Hey, welcome back to another Elden Ring video. In today's video we're going to be doing the region randomizer in the Weeping Peninsula region. In the first video, if you checked it out, we went to Limgrave and did the region randomizer. If you don't want to watch that, that's fine too. Let's get into the video. To start, I had to take off all my gear from Limgrave off and figure out what my weapon's going to be. For my weapon, I got the Misbegotten short bow, which you get from the Misbegotten flying creatures. I had to sell all my golden runes and buy a lot of kunite in order to get this bow. It took me at least 40 to 50 minutes of killing these things just to get the bow. And luck was not on my side. Finally, something dropped one, but it was not what I was looking for. This one actually dropped an item, but I died trying to go get it. Finally, one of them dropped the bow, and I need arrows and poison arrows. So I go over to the poison swamp area to collect the poison bloom flowers. And massacre some sheep for some bones. I crafted some arrows, and then just out of curiosity, I killed this dung beetle and it gave me the poison mist. Next, I need to figure out what my talisman's gonna be, and I got the Spelldrake talisman. Headed to Earthboar Cave, and sadly I had to fight a bear. I hate fighting bears on normal playthroughs, and now I'm fighting a bear with a bow. So it did not go well. Forgot to record, but I died again. This time it went a lot better. I just stayed back and hit him with my poison arrows. I accidentally used the flask of Wondrous Physic, so I'll try to remember to take it off next time. He kills all my dogs but one, and at this point I'm just trying to run away from him and let the poison kill him. But he ends up killing me. Luckily though, the dog that stayed alive ends up coming in clutch. I put the Spelldrake talisman on, and next I figure out what my Ash of War is. For my Ash of War, I get the Mighty Shot, and I forgot to record it, but you get it over here from a dung beetle. I equipped and tested out the Ash of War, and next I figured out what my crystal tears were going to be. I got the Crimson Burst and the Opaline Bubble crystal tear, which you get from the Erd Tree avatar. I tested out how much damage the Ash of War could do, and it definitely does a good amount. I can work with this. Before I headed over to the Erd Tree avatar, I went to the Church of Pilgrimage to get a Sacred Tear and a respawn point. I upgraded my flasks, and then I headed over to the big tree. I died on my first attempt, but my second attempt went a lot better. I poisoned him early on, and he's a pretty slow boss, so he wasn't too challenging. This random enemy tries joining the fight, but the boss ends up killing him for me. took a while, but finally I ended up killing the Earth Tree avatar and got both of the crystal tears that I needed. Now that I got both of my crystal tears, I need to go back and figure out what my last talisman spot was going to be, because I forgot to do it earlier. I got the Radigan Scar Seal, which you get by defeating the ancient hero of Zamar. He was a little bit difficult to defeat because he would dodge most of my arrows, so then I just started to wait for him to attack and then I would just hit him. It was a pretty annoying fight because sometimes he would just freeze up and not really hit me, and then when you try to hit him with the bow, he would just dodge. I was able to poison him and bring him down to his second phase pretty easy. On his second phase, he got a little bit more harder and he got a couple new moves that I hadn't seen before, but as long as I stayed near him, he didn't really use them. Unfortunately, I do end up dying here, but at least I take him with me and get the Radigan Scar Seal. After that last talisman, I have all my gear, and since there's no main story boss or anything like that, I just go around killing a lot of random bosses. I checked out these nearby runes just out of curiosity, and I got my first pieces of armor. I don't know why I keep opening up these chests when I can't use the weapon, but I got the wing sight. I forgot to equip my talisman and collect my runes, and after that I go to Castle Morn to defeat another boss. Once I'm inside, I just ignore all the enemies and run straight to the boss. I'm not trying to waste no arrows on any of them. Now that I'm outside of the castle, I make my way all the way down to the boss. On my way down, I found a smithing stone too, which is always needed. Before I head into the boss arena, I switched my ashes around from the dogs to the skeletons just because I've never used them before. This boss was actually pretty easy. I just let my skeletons distract him while I hit him with my ash arrow. The skeletons die pretty quick, but they make it up by being able to come back to life. I was surprised. The skeletons did a lot better than I expected, and we got the easy kill. For how easy he is, he actually gives you a really good weapon. And now, it's time to defeat the Knight's Cavalry. This fight took a while, but only because I had a bow, and he was pretty hard to hit. The only opportunity I had to deal any damage was when he was running straight at me or when I baited out an attack, so it made it pretty annoying to kill him. And even while baiting out his attacks, he was still difficult to hit. Finally took him down, but sadly you don't really get anything too good from killing him. I found another sacred tier and upgraded my flask. Before I head into any cave, I buy this lantern from this merchant that's like all the way south on the map.
Have a safe journey.
For my next boss, I head over to Tomb's Word Cave. So I equip my lantern and head to the boss. This boss sucked. It might be the worst in the game. All it did was stand there. Like seriously, this was the entire fight.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
At least you get an okay talisman from it. On the way to my next cave, I found this alabaster lord, so I decided to kill him. Just like in most other catacombs, before I defeated the boss, I had to go pull a lever. On the way to the lever, somehow I managed to get caught in this trap not only once, but 2 times. Third time's the charm. I get under the floor and make it to the lever. Now it's time for the boss. On my first attempt, I forget to summon in my skeletons and get completely destroyed. I summon my skeletons this time and target the little imps first. The skeletons died pretty quick, but since they come back, I just ran around and waited for them to get the aggro off of me. Now that the last imp is dead, it was just a 2v1 and we take him out pretty easy. My bow wasn't doing much damage, so it still took quite a bit of time. Skeleton ashes are actually pretty good. I had one survive the entire fight. Finally, me and my skeleton took down the watchdog and on to the next cave. I head to Morn Tunnel, and before I actually go and fight the boss, I collect some somber and regular smithing stone ones for weapons in the next region. I was really surprised at how well I did with the bow in this region. I don't really use bows much at all in this game, and I've never done a bow only run, and I didn't really have too much trouble with defeating any boss. After easily killing the scaly misbegotten, I found a sacred tear and upgraded my flask. Earlier in this region, the sniper hit me, so I came back to get my revenge. Before that, I had to kill this horse dude, but he was pretty hard to hit, so I lured him over to this cliff over here and made him fall off. Then, I just kept hitting him with arrows until he eventually fell off. Finally, I got my revenge, and he gave me some new armor. Sadly, the chest just tries to transport you away. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and come back for my next video where I'll be going to Lorania Lakes.